Hey friends, I wanted to start off the next vlog for you guys because I've been starting off the vlogs the night before before I upload the vlog and stuff. So I wanted to start the next vlog for you guys, tomorrow's vlog for you guys. I'm currently watching my own vlogs because I like to go back and rewatch my own vlogs. So yeah, one of the things that I did actually, I'm going to show you guys this, is we got this little bunny dressed up, the one from the thrift store. I put some nice little pants on it. It has little ruffles on the butt, and it has this little alphabet shirt on. I decided to dress this little friend up and everything. So, and yeah, this is Jingle Bell. That's her name, Jingle Bell. And stuff. And bell isn't like the bell as in like the thing that rings, but bell as in like B-E-L-L-E. Jingle Bell. She's a girl. I love her so much. So I have her dressed up all nice now. And then the other thing that I did, which I want to show you guys, is I put these two in jammies. So now they have footy jammies. Both of them are in footy jammies and everything. And I think that they look adorable. I love them. And they're little footy jammies. So they're both in their footy jammies. And the other little thing that I did is I put this little bear, I put some little undies on this bear. So that way she's not, she's appropriate for when I take her out of the house and when I go out with her, because I'm probably going to take her out at some point, because I pretty much go through rotations with all my stuff where they all come out of the house with me at some point or another, and everything. Right now, the main one that's been going everywhere with me has been Marie. She's been like my go-to buddy at the moment, which is oftentimes what happens when I get stuff. Is I oftentimes get things, and then certain things end up going out with me and certain things don't for a little while. And as I change kind of things, comfort items change and the things that I bring with me change. But yeah, I also wanted to kind of do a little video with you guys today where not only do we chat a little bit, but I also wanted to kind of pack my bags with you guys for going out and stuff. So I have a couple of bags that I like to use. You guys aren't going to be able to see this very well. I'll be showing you guys around a little bit better. Make this a little easier. But I have two different bags that I like to use. So I have my Bluey bag and I have my Fox bag. And I like both of these bags an awful lot. So I'm going to pack them for you guys. So the Bluey bag has a couple of little things on it. It has a couple of fidgets and a little mini stuffy friend. And then this bag also has a little fidget and a little stuffy friend. So I kind of keep that in my bags and stuff. I also have this ginger ale in one of the bags, but I don't need it in the actual bag right now. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. And all. So I'm kind of just looking through and trying to figure out what I want to have with me or what I need to have with me for various different things, depending on my needs. So I have different needs and stuff like that. So one of the things that I'm going to be packing is I'm going to be packing my little activity board. And so I'm going to be packing my activity board. And I'm going to be putting that in here in this pink bag because it is pink. So I figured that fits well in the pink bag, right? We just make things go as they are. And then one of the things that I always bring with me usually is I always have my lanyard, my autism disability lanyard. I like to have that with me. But while we were traveling, I ended up not using that because I was out with family members. I wasn't really going, you know, by myself very much. But in that, I usually like to have my loop earplugs. And my loop earplugs are currently attached to this little pink bag. So we're actually going to change this a little bit. Because I want to use this pink bag for other things. So we're actually gonna go ahead and change some of the stuff around a little bit, and I'll show you guys how I do this. So let me put you guys down a little bit, and then I'm gonna change this scene that's on the TV right now and put it on a fireplace, water scene, whatever. So I'm gonna take this off of here. The loop earplugs, and I'm going to put them on my lanyard because, like I said, I like to have my lanyard with my loops generally. So I'm going to attach my loops to the lanyard. So now the loops are on the lanyard and everything. Because that lanyard usually goes around my neck and stuff when I leave the house, especially if I go by myself. I have it on sometimes when I go with my husband, but especially if I'm going on my own, I like to have them. So I have a comb in here, which I'm going to keep this stuff in here, but I'm going to take some things out and change some things out. So I have a lot of feminine products in here right now, which I don't need all of those feminine products in there at the moment, just because I'm not currently on my period. I have a little nail clipper, which I think I'm going to keep in there. I have these other loop earplugs in here, but I think I'm going to leave these at home because a little thing broke. So I'm going to leave those at home for now. I have my EpiPens, which definitely need to come with me. And I am going to put one of a couple of feminine products in here as well, just in case I need it. I'm also adding my little hair tie, a little hair tie in there, so I'm doing that. So that's the stuff in here right now. The other thing that I want to make sure I have with me is my nasal spray, because I need my nasal spray like all the time during the allergy season. And the other thing that I keep with me that you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I keep my inhaler on this like disability lanyard. I keep this on me generally. It's not typically around my neck, but it is within an accessible place. So I think what I'm going to actually end up doing is I'm going to end up sticking this in this Hello Kitty pouch. So putting that thing in there. And then I'm going to put this lanyard that says disabled on it. I'm going to probably put this on the actual like this, like that, so that way they can find it easily accessible, and stuff like that, because I like to have that with me. So I'm going to put this stuff in my bluey bag, because I think my bluey bag is going to be like my medical bag, and the bags for survival medical wise, and stuff. So we have got that. Allergy pills. I have allergy pills in the car and stuff, but I also like to have some allergy pills in my bag just in case. So I'm probably going to add some allergy pills in there. I don't know yet how I'm going to do that. I have this little toy thing. I don't know. I'm trying to decide, like, in terms of other things that I could use out and about when I go out, what are some other things that could be, like, useful for me sensory-wise. I know something else that is going to be useful is having my headphones, like my ear defenders with me and stuff. But I actually need to figure out where they were. Or at least the ones that I had when I was on my trip. Because I don't know if I still have it. Oh. Yeah, I need to figure out some ear defenders. So I need to figure out where my ear defenders are. But I have my Sony headphones, and I like to have those. Those are good to have, so I'm going to put those in here. And then in here, I've got a bunch of little fidgets. So, and this is another thing that says radiate positivity. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of organize this a little bit. So I have prayer beads in here, and stuff like that. And then I have a bunch of things like this in here. I have a koosh ball, which I'm going to keep in there. But I have a bunch of these ones like this in here. And I'm thinking that I don't need all of them in here. They don't all need to be in the bag. So I think I'm probably just going to add like one of them in here, one or two of them. So I think I'm gonna put like different 2 or 3 different ones in here. So like this one, that one, and then I don't know. Like these 3, these 4, I think. I think we're gonna put these 4 in here. Like this. I'm gonna put the koosh ball in here. I'm gonna put my little beads in there because I like to have a pair of beads with me when I traveling and stuff. And then I think we're also going to put this thing in there as well. And then the other thing that I'm going to add is I'm going to put I'm going to try to put this in there, my little marble thing, and a furry tangle. I don't know if it's going to fit in that thing, but I'm going to bring my furry tangle with me. So I'm going to put a couple of fidgets in my bag. So I have several little fidgets with me, right? For in case I need something to do with my hands. So I have a couple of little fidgets in here. I might add more. I haven't quite decided yet, but for right now we just have a few fidgets in there. And then I'm going to keep these somewhere. I haven't yet decided where I'm going to put them, but I'm going to keep these somewhere, probably in my sensory bin. So let me bring you guys with me because you guys need to be able to see what I'm doing instead of just seeing an empty screen. So yeah, I'm gonna have that stuff in there. So I have a bunch of fidgets, as you guys may or may not know. This entire little bin is full of like different types of fidget toys, different sizes. and whatnot. So I have that stuff. So, what else can I bring? What other stuff should I bring with me, guys? I think we're gonna zip this up for now. And we're just gonna leave it at what's in here at the moment. If I decide on anything else, I will add it. But I know what I'm gonna add. I'm gonna add these things. So these two, and I'm going to add these in here as well. I have a Chewy, so I think I'm going to put the Chewy in here as well because I don't have a Chewy on my bag, but I like to chew on stuff, so I'm probably going to have the Chewy in there. So there's this bag, pretty much, I think it's pretty much packed. I don't think I'm going to add any more stuff to it, for now at least. So we've got this bag all packed, which is my sensory bag. And then some other stuff that I like to have is I always like to have a stuffy with me. So that kind of I choose the day of. But there are a couple of stuffies that like I generally bring with me. So I'm going to show you guys those real quick. And then we're going to close out this part of the video. Just a sec, guys. I know you guys can't see me because I'm kind of far away from the camera, but that's because I'm doing something real quick to try to get the stuff that I want to get. To show you guys the stuff that I'm going to be putting in the bag. So, I have a couple of little friends, little stuffies that I like to have with me generally. So let me see here. Okay. Sorry guys, I got quiet for a second because I had to think things through. So I have a couple little friends that I like to have with me generally, just in case. So we're gonna stick them as well in the bags and stuff. And then another thing that I generally like to have is I like to have a little fidget, like a little blankie with me. Just a small blankie. It's one of those like little baby blankets. So I'm going to put my little Moo blanket in there because I like to have a little Moo blanket with me, little blankie like this with me, and stuff. So I have my big giant one, which is this guy that usually is in bed with me generally, but I think for the purposes of going out, I don't want to have this ginormous blanket, so I'm just going to put my little Moo blanket in the bag. So I have that little guy in there. And then in this bag, I have my medical stuff, and then I have my headphones in there. I'm going to put my allergy pills in there. The other thing that I usually have, which is not on me right now, but around my wrist, I generally have one of my scrunchies and my little my bracelet, my Chewy bracelet. I like to have that on me usually. Those are the two things, like, jewelry-wise. Those are the two jewelry pieces that I like to wear. And then, obviously, in terms of actually, like, stuffed animals, I generally choose the day of what I feel like bringing, whether that's a stuffy or a doll or whatever, like the bigger stuff. But I generally have those small little stuffies with me. I always have a couple of those small little stuffies with me. I have an entire collection of them. The other thing that I generally like to have with me are these. These were given to me by my husband and my mom. So family things that different family members got me. So I like those. They're safekeeping and stuff. So that's that. I also have Tums. These Tums that I like, which I like the fact that they're orange cream and stuff. So I like to have Tums with me because I have a lot of gastric issues. So I like to have those with me. And then I also will occasionally bring like a little friend like this. These guys. I will usually also bring something like this with me depending on the day. So again, these don't always go in my bag all the time, but I generally do have stuff like this in my bag as well. So I'm gonna actually get those two in there for now. Because I have a lot of little things like that, like different things that I use like that. So I like to have that. But for now, I think that's going to be it for right now. I can't think of anything else at the moment that I'm going to add. Oh, this is all my number blocks. But yeah, I think for now that's it. The only other thing that I may end up adding is my journal, and I will probably add a pencil with my journal, my pen, or something. So I will definitely have my journal, and I always have, I'm going to add my journal, and I'm going to add my prayer book, and my journal is going to have this Disney pen attached to it. So I'm going to bring this stuff. And I'm not putting this stuff in my fidget bag. I'm putting this stuff in my like regular, my gluey bag, just for peace of mind and stuff. So yeah, those are my bags right now. That's the stuff that I have in my bags at the moment. I know that for a lot of you, some of this stuff is going to seem excessive and stuff like that, but I like to have things with me to be able to make sure that I don't have a meltdown. And in case of the fact of sensory overload, I have stuff to do. I have my I have my little photo album, which I'm also probably going to add in there, but I think I'm going to put this in this bag with my comfort items. My sensory bag with my comfort items, just for my own thing. And I always have at least 1 or 2 water bottles with me that I always bring. But those are I'm either using right now or they're going to be washed. And so I've taken them out temporarily. But for right now, that is it. That is everything. Again, I dressed this little baby. So I love you guys so much. I love how incredibly supportive y'all are. How much you guys accept me for my little quirks, my little things. The fact that you guys surround me with so much love with everything that's been going on lately, and how patient you guys have been with me through everything. I cannot express through words how grateful I am for you guys. So I hope you guys know how much I love you guys and that you guys are amazing. And remember, as always, if you're going through it, you'll get through it, and remember who you are. So I'll talk to you guys later. I don't know if I'm going to upload this video tonight or tomorrow, but I will upload it at some point. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.